Hello everyone, welcome to Bipolar Gaming. I'm Rain, and this is continuation of Kerbal Space Program. Back at the vessel that we left off at, which was the Devon probe that met up with the Harmony probe. So what I'm gonna do here... Oh, no. Shoot. Yeah, it's two engines working against each other. That worked out well. Alright. But anyways, as I was saying, we're going to dump the fuel back into there. Let's see, which way are we controlling from? Shut down these. Control from here. And point retrograde. And the reason why we're doing that, we're going to crash this into the planet. Or satellite, sorry. There we go. So we'll just double check, make sure I have everything collected. Temperature data and pressure data. Okay, I got all that I need collected. We will just decouple this. Now we've got this little tiny thing. Dump all that into there as well. Alright, turn around, and we'll get ourselves back into orbit. Good enough. And I will see you guys when we're performing our maneuver to return back to Kerbin. Alright, so as you can see here, we got a nice small burn, and this is just going to get us back into the sphere of influence of Kerbin. It's actually not too far from where we were to begin with. As you can see, we're only 3 kilometers away from the debris that we sent down to the satellite. But this burn should be a little long, so I'm actually going to speed up through this. There we go. And might have to make a few small corrections to this, but this should get us well within Kerbin's sphere of influence and probably down into the atmosphere a little bit, but I will meet you guys when we're in that area. Okay, and here we are. We're just about to enter in the atmosphere of Kerbin. What I'm doing here is an aero brake maneuver. I'm hoping that I don't break off anything out of this vessel, like the solar panels. Retract the antenna too. I don't want that to break. But this should bleed us off a lot of our velocity. As you can see, our apoapsis is just dropping drastically. Those solar panels are starting to overheat. Sometimes you can put a rotation and it'll help, but I don't think we're going to get low enough for it to really be a problem. We're actually almost at the periapsis now, so they're not even close to overheating yet, and I know the aerodynamic pressure is not that high. But we're now below the Mun sphere of influence. We're now rising out of the atmosphere. We'll probably end up having to do one more pass to get us into an orbit, and then I will launch another vessel. Alright, here we are getting ready to enter the atmosphere for the second time. This should hopefully get us into a lower stable orbit. Or apoapsis anyways. I'll still have to circularize for the orbit. We're going to go a little bit deeper into the atmosphere this time. We're going slower as well, so I'm hoping that those solar panels will survive. If not, like I said, we can try the spin maneuver on it and see how spinning it does deflect. Realistically, it shouldn't deflect anything because they're sticking out, but we'll see if the game will allow us to if we need it. Okay, we're now below kerbosynchronous orbit. What I'm doing here is I'm just bleeding off some extra velocity in the atmosphere. Want to try and lower my apoapsis as much as possible. There. I'd say about 1,000 kilometers up is, or 1,000 meters, sorry. I'd say that's a decent stable orbit for us having returned. So I will just meet you guys at the circularization of that. Okay, so ultimately I did decide on doing the circularization here in low orbit. It's not going to take up as much delta V as I thought. We still should have enough to deorbit this when we get a parachute on it. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty stable circular orbit. The inclination is not quite equatorial, but let's launch another vessel. Alright, this is our next vessel. It's called the Millard 3. I will explain why in a minute. Let's just get this launch underway. So here you can see the actual shuttle vessel that I'm dealing with. It's just a small vessel, there's nothing special with it. Just doing a quick little burn here. Go. And I will meet you when we're closing our rendezvous with the vessel. So as you can see here, we're coming close here to the Devon probe, and we're just going to burn off all our velocity. There we go. Alright, so that's actually our parachute mount. I need to go towards that. Alright, so that's what I'm looking for. Rotate ourselves so we're like this, and we'll EVA. So while I'm doing this, I'll explain why exactly this is the Mallard 3 and what that debris is doing there. This is actually my third attempt at this mission. My first one was a complete failure. Basically, during the launch, I pitched myself too soon, too steep, and I had to ditch all the staging and crash into the ocean. My next one, I got up here, and I didn't know what I was doing with KIS. I still don't know what I'm doing with KIS. That's the mod Kerbal inventory system. And basically what I'm attempting to do is attach a parachute onto the side here. And that's going to allow this vessel to safely return from orbit. And so now I've got, I think, everything I'm going to need. I hope. No, I need to be closer than that. Keep in mind, this delicate of a maneuver here like this is probably pretty close to how the people do repairs to the space station in orbit right now, the ISS. So I brought this in case I need it. I'm going to do one attempt, and we're going to see how this works. So I bring this out, and I hit H to attach. That this part cannot be attached without a tool. Okay. So we hit escape, and it didn't do anything. That didn't do anything either. Is not supported on this part. Okay. Get the wrench out. Get the parachute. Okay, so I right click. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay. Split one. Quit. Oh, that works. Okay. So H. And huh. Alright, so that's how that works. Alright, let's do one on the other side now. I like that he's holding the wrench. That's pretty cool. And it's my understanding that this sort of thing can only be done by engineers, which makes sense because you can't expect a pilot or a scientist to really know too much how to attach parts together. Great, and break this one. Patch. There we go. Alright, so that should be good. Let's get back to our shuttle. Don't need to equip this anymore. Okay, let's point ourselves retrograde, and we'll just see, where is Kerbin? There, where are we? Is that us? Yeah. Okay. Just start deorbiting ourselves and we'll figure out where we go from there. Oh, we're not anywhere near it. Okay. I'll do this and get back to you guys when we're actually re-entering. Alright, so we're entering back through the atmosphere. I'm a little confused by these milestones. We performed a docking maneuver on Kerbin. Never was I on Kerbin and never did I dock in this. And we started constructing the first space station around Kerbin. Okay, why not, whatever. Either way, it gave us money for both of those, and I don't necessarily agree with either of them. Okay, we hit water. Let's take a surface sample, why not? Take the EVA report. We will take the data, we'll jump back in, do a crew report, recover the vessel, and now we'll deorbit the other one. Alright, so here we are back at the Devon with the now nice and lovely looking parachutes on it. I'm hoping 2 of them will capture this whole thing, because it's not going to detach anywhere, unfortunately. Let's just... oh wow. Okay. Let's point ourselves retrograde and wait a minute. Am I controlling from the right one? I didn't think so. Alright. Well. Now we'll just deorbit us. Quite surprised. I didn't think we had enough fuel to do this, but apparently we do. Just now reaching into the atmosphere. Just see where we're gonna end up. I want to try and get as close to Kerbin. Oops. Actually, I think we can still go more. Alright, so here we are. We're just about to hit the atmosphere. And oh yeah, that's gonna be real safe. I can probably even use my remaining little burst of fuel at the very end to soften our landing a bit, because we are going to be coming down just slightly. Well, we blew up the engine. Oh, look at that, we can get seismic data. Where do we have a seismic scanner? Oh, I know where it is. It's right there. It's right on our probe body. That's interesting. Okay. Well, there we go. We successfully landed this thing. I definitely like the Kerbal inventory system. You guys should definitely use this mod if you're playing. Let's see, Explorer Minmus, Explorer Minmus, and Milestone. We've returned from the surface of Minmus, and we returned home from orbit of Minmus. So, even though I failed 3 launches to get this back, I had to send 3 different crews up there to attach those parachutes. We did actually pretty good. We made out pretty well. I don't think the vessel even cost us this much, so 3 of those we definitely made it up. Anyways, that's the end of the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and tune in for more.